Hi guys, welcome back to Algebra 2. Today we're going to start section 2-3. Now in your workbook, 2-3 is all about the factored form of a polynomial. And your textbook and workbook already assume that you remember perfectly how to factor trinomials, which would be wonderful. But if we're a little bit realistic, you probably haven't factored anything since Algebra 1, and Algebra 1 for you guys was probably a long time ago. If you were lucky, you got to factor in geometry, but I do think it would be a good idea for us to all get on the same page and us to all take a day where we practice multiplying, and then we're also going to practice factoring. So the first part is about multiplying, second part is about factoring. So whenever you're multiplying polynomials, you may have heard the term FOIL before, which is okay. But FOIL only works on binomials. If you haven't heard FOIL before, don't worry about it. You'll hear me say the word distribute a lot because we will be distributing from one term. We'll be multiplying that term to the other polynomial. And then you may have also seen people draw some boxes and multiply with the box method. Any of those methods are totally fine with me. You can use whichever method you want. When you see me work problems out, though, I'll probably be using the distribution method the most often. But you are more than welcome to use whatever method you're most comfortable with, as long as we all end up with the same answer at the end. So we're going to multiply a couple of these. The first one is number 1, where I multiply a minus 4b times 6a minus 8b. So I will multiply this out by distributing. So I would distribute a times 6a and get 6a squared, because a times a is a squared. Then I would multiply a times negative 8b and get minus 8ab. Then I'll multiply negative 4b times 6a, and I'll have negative 24. And you can say BA, but AB is the same thing, and I like to keep them in the same order because it helps me see my like terms a little better. Then negative 4b times negative 8b is positive 32b squared. Then I'm going to look and see if I have any like terms. Minus 8ab and minus 24b are like terms. So negative 8ab and negative 24ab combine to be negative 32ab. And then I'll bring the other two terms down, 6a squared minus 32ab plus 32b squared. And then that's multiplied. So sometimes you'll have two binomials you'll need to multiply together. Other times, if you look at number 12, you'll have three binomials you need to multiply together. Now, you might be tempted to multiply 11x plus 3 to both other binomials, but the way that you multiply is you're only going to multiply two factors at a time. My screen is kind of freaking out on me, so let me erase these random letters. Okay, so I'm going to multiply the first binomial with the second binomial, and the x plus 2 is just going to get carried along. So 11x times 2x is 22x squared. 11x times negative 5 is minus 55x. 3 times 2x is plus 6x. And 3 times negative 5 is minus 15. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to let me bring down the x plus 2. Then I'm going to combine any like terms. So I noticed that I have a negative 55x and a positive 6x. And those will combine to be, let's see, negative 55 plus 6 is negative 49. Yeah, minus 49x minus 15. I'm going to take that and I'm going to multiply it by x plus 2. So I will distribute the 22x squared times x and 2, and I'll have 22x cubed. 22x squared times 2 is plus 44x squared. Then I need to distribute negative 49x times x and to the 2. So minus 49x squared minus 98x for the 49x times 2. Then negative 15 times x is minus 15x. And negative 15 times 2 is minus 30. And then again, I'm going to look to see if I have any like terms. 44x squared and 49x squared are like terms. And then negative 98x and negative 15x are also like terms. So then I'll combine everything together and get 22x squared. Let's see, negative 44x squared minus 49x squared is minus 5x squared. Negative 98 minus 15 is minus 113x. And then bring down the minus 30. So that's all 3 of those multiplied together. Ooh, that looks like a lot of work. Let's see. Any others that you need to be familiar with? You'll have some where you need to square the binomial. So I'm going to change number 14 from x minus 3 squared or cubed to x minus 3. Well, it says 14, but we'll just do another example. Let's just do the example x, not x. Let's make it more interesting. Let's do the example 2x minus 4 squared. Now, it's tempting to just square the 2x and the 4, but remember, whenever you're squaring something, you're actually multiplying it by itself. So I need to be sure that I write this out twice and then multiply it by itself. So 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times negative 4 is minus 8x. Negative 4 times 2x is minus another 8x. And negative 4 times negative 4 is plus 16. Then I'll look for any like terms to combine together, negative 8 and negative 8. And so my final answer is going to be 4x squared minus 16x plus 16. So you'll have a few problems where you'll need to multiply out like this. In the next video, we'll talk about how to go backwards and go from having the trinomial to the actual binomial. And so you might have something like, well, it'll be a little less complicated than what we got for